Mr. Sibal, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Left, Right and Centre. You said yesterday that the current laws are really not adequate to deal with this issue of match fixing. What is the proposal, therefore, that the Law Ministry is making with regard to this? Can you give us a broad idea?
No. Actually, at the moment we are contemplating and researching as to what the law should be. I can't possibly give you a proposal one day before we decide to go ahead with the matter. But this is true that the present provisions of the Indian Penal Code do not deal with issues of match fixing because it's not an offence under the Penal Code. The nearest that you come to in the context of match fixing is perhaps Section 420 of the Code of the Penal Code. But under that section, there has never been any conviction because the ingredients of that section are very difficult to satisfy when you move forward in a criminal prosecution. So you have to have a separate definition and a separate law which makes match fixing or spot fixing an offence, a criminal offence, and have separate provisions dealing with punishment and trial. And of course the Code of Criminal Procedure would apply. But that law is being contemplated, and when the broad contours of the law are ready, and this will be done in collaboration with the Sports Ministry, and they are fully on board, and I am thankful to the Sports Minister for being on board on this one. Then of course the Sports Ministry will carry it forward to Parliament.
As a lawyer with immense experience yourself, though, can you tell us that in your view, would such a law need to have very stringent provisions, for instance, for jail time, maybe 5 years, 10 years? Would that be at least the very basic?
I do not want to comment on any of those issues because we have not applied our mind to that. We'll have to look at other jurisdictions, what are the laws applicable in other jurisdictions, take a broad liberal view and see that the law serves two purposes. One, that it is a deterrent, and on the other hand, that it at the same time does not is not so harsh as to unduly punish people. But it must serve both purposes. Remember, ultimately, a game, any sport, it's not, and this doesn't apply only to cricket. Any sport has a huge fan following in this country, and we can't let down our fans. The confidence of the fans in that particular sport must be maintained, and the integrity of the sport must be maintained.
So therefore, you're looking at laws in other countries as well and seeing what you can take from that, for instance, the UK?
Yeah, but all that will be done by the ministry, along with the Sports Ministry.
Would you say, Mr. Sibal, that one of the biggest problems in dealing with this issue has been a complete lack of action, whether it's been by the BCCI or the ICC's anti-corruption unit? We've had the first match-fixing scandal more than 10 years ago, and many believe that, the big ones got away with it. Has lack of action, in your view, been, the biggest problem in all of this?
I don't want to comment on what the BCCI did or did not do. The issue is not that. The issue is that under the present legal regime, under the present penal code, and you cannot blame the BCCI for it, you cannot get any convictions because 420 is not an appropriate provision to move forward with in the case of match fixing.
Mr. Sibal, the other debate that's emerged from this entire controversy has been whether or not to legalize betting in this country. There have been some reports that the Sports Ministry thinks it might be a good idea. What do you think?
Well, I don't want to again comment on it because it's for the Sports Ministry to decide. I am limiting my exercise to match fixing and spot fixing. Whether betting in a sport should be allowed or not, it is in a sense, it happens all the time in horse racing, and many countries of the world legitimize betting. That's something that the Sports Ministry must decide on its own. I don't think that my ministry should comment on it. As and when the Sports Ministry wants to move forward in that direction, certainly we will make our comments.
Finally,
but I think that you take, for example, there are many activities which are perceived to be socially evil, and in the event they are not legitimized, they go underground. So there are two possible points of view. Do you want an underground activity which involves surreptitious dealing under the table, or do you want to open it up and allow legitimate betting to take place over the counter. And there are two separate points of view. The conservative point of view is that no, we should not allow betting at all because it's an evil. The other point of view is it's going to happen whether you like it or not. And therefore, if it's going to happen, why not legitimize it? This is the kind of debate that went on in the use of cannabis. People, all over the world, the laws have been amended and people have legitimized the use of cannabis. Because otherwise it went underground. So I think these are issues that the sports ministry will decide. But there are two sides to the coin.
Finally, Mr. Sibal, I know that this is just an idea that's been floated right now, but this new law on match fixing, do you think it can be ready as soon as the next session of Parliament? Obviously, it's an issue that's gripped the country right now. People want to see something done soon, or do you think that the next session would be too soon?
I think the government would like to do it soon. Government would like to fix this soon. And I am sure that the young sports minister that we have, who is very, very energetic, will ensure that we develop a consensus on this, because I don't think any political party would be opposed to such a legislation. And if at least on some issue we should show a consensus, and I think this is an issue on which consensus can be developed. But that's something that the sports ministry will do.
All right, Mr. Sibal, thanks very much for your time.